Welcome to Network Lab. I'm your guide, no fluff, just straight configs and real setups. Today, we're diving in.
Alright, hello guys. Today here in this lab, I'm going to work with a zone-based firewall configuration. I'm going to implement it here on the router one some internal network trusted and the external network untrusted. So the gigabit 01 will be the internal, where I will receive the traffic, and the gigabit 02 will be the external, where the traffic will go outside. So I will implement some rules for some protocols go outside. Yes, let's go straight forward. I will open the console terminal here. So I will just increase the view of this lab, this console. So what is the most important in this configuration that I'm gonna work here is that there are some steps that we must work with. First of all, we must set the access list, is the first step. After the access list, we must implement some class map, right? Class map. After the class map, we must implement some policies. After policies, we must set some parameters. And I believe that we also going to work with zones. Yes, we are going to implement zones here. Like in this case, we are going to have 2 zones, but in other architecture we can have many other zones. We are going to implement those zones inside of the gigabit in the interfaces. And at the end we are going to set zone pairs, right? Let's go straight forward and making those configurations. We have 7 steps to achieve, right? Let's go ahead. Zone-based firewall configuration. First is the access list config terminal. I will allowing some protocols to run in here. So first of all will be NTP, right? So I will allow this side of this network here connect with the server that will be router 2. IP access list extended NTP, and here will be, I will say, permit UDP, because NTP uses the UDP. So the host here will be, so if I put question mark, I will use here the source. The source will be 192.168.0.0, and then weird mask 0.0.255.5. So I will say set the host will be 2.2.2, and then key to specify the protocol that we are going to allow here will be NTP. So that is the first access list. So the next that we are going to set here will be SMTP. We are going to only allowing router 2 to reach router 2 with this protocol SMTP. Others will not be able. Right? IP access list extended, extended, and then I will call this SMTP. Right, I will say permit TCP. Here will be the host 3.3.3, and then host 2.2, but I forgot to implement it here. Host 2.2.2, and then key, and then SMTP. Yes, that's really good. So the next stuff, I will allowing some HTTP and HTTPS to go outside also. In this case, here will be IP access list extended, IP access list extended, web. I will call this web. The direction to go outside to the web. Okay, I will say permit TCP any, so it means that any of this side here will be able to cross the network here in this direction. No, it will be the outside. Any, and then host will be 2.2.2. I set the router 2 as the host here, as he was a server example. And then here iki, and then www, and then here will be 443. Yes, that's it. I can exit here. So we created our access list that we wanted to allowing giving the permission to for the routers reach there. In this case, router 2 will be the server, and in this case, router 2 will be acting as the server. Show IP access list. So we have the NTP giving the access control list, giving the permission for the networking to reach router 2 as the NTP server. We have SMTP, only router 3 is possible to reach router 2 as SMTP, and we have this web access control list. So any source, so it means that any device from this side here can is able to reach router 2 as a web server. www and 443 or the gates, the ports. All right, let's what is the next step now is to implementing some class maps. We are going to implement a class map for NTP, SMTP, and for web, but we need to create one more class map that is for inspect all the traffic that is coming inside. So I will inspect TCP, UDP, and SMTP. All the traffic that coming here inside in this direction, I will inspect. So let's create this config terminal class map. I will say type inspect, and then I need to give the name of this class map. I will say all in, so that is the class map that I will create this name, but it's not like this. It's important to make sure that no class map type inspect all in. So if I would delete this class map like this, I only could be able to use only one rules inside of this, not so many. So I will explain why now. Class map type inspect, and then question mark. So here, as the way that I did before, inspect all, and I did not implement any configuration here, it would be automatically in match all. So this match all is only possible to use one configuration, like this one in this access control list. So it would be only applied for one, but as we want to implement more than one rules inside of this class map, we need to specify this match any. It's important we do that, otherwise our configuration will not work. So we will arrive in the end of our configuration, and it will be a mess. So I will call now all in. So now my configuration can work. So question mark, I can say match. So match protocol. So this configuration here is relevant, but I want to do this protocol. What is the protocol that I want to use? TCP, UDP, and ECMP. Those are the protocols that I want to match. Right? So let me clear this. It's not possible to use this command. Show IP access list. So we created the access list. All the time I'm gonna implement this command because I can having a better control about what I'm doing here. Show run section class map. So that is the first one that we created, is match any. So we implemented this here, this command. If we did not, it would be match all. It's important to remember this, otherwise the configuration will not work. So let's create the class map for each of them. NTP for the access list that we created. NTP, SMTP, and the web. Let's start with the. Let's go in this direction, in order. NTP now. Config terminal. Class map. Type. Inspect. Inspect what? NTP. I will give it the same name. It's important to give it the same name. Not important, but this is a good practice, you know, giving the same name. Inspect NTP. So I will say match protocol NTP, match protocol NTP, and then match access group, match access group name NTP. Yes, for now it's only this. I can exit. So if I give it the same command here, show IP access list, show a run section class map, I will now remember what I said before. If we do not implement the name, it will be automatically match all. Alright, let's go to the next SMTP. Config terminal, class map, type, inspect SMTP class. Alright, so here you say match protocol SMTP, and here will be match access group name SMTP. Really good. Alright, now we needed to configure the class map for the web. Configure terminal, class map, type, inspect. So here we are going to use a match any, right? Remember, match any. So the name will be web. Right. So inside of this, I will say match protocol. Match protocol HTTP and HTTPS. Right, and match access group name. The name will be a web. That's it. We configured our access control access list. Also we configured here our class map. So now we need to configure our parameter for logins. I want to receive some logs here whenever something happening here in the web. Configure the terminal, parameter. What is the parameter map? Yes, parameter map. So it will be type inspect, right? And then the name I will say web. Here I will use a what I will use here. Okay, let me just give a different name here in this parameter map. I use a different one because this one maybe can get confused. I use not this one. I will say no parameter map type inspect web. So I will call this log web, right? And here I can use audit trail on. Yes, really good. So we had configured here access list, a class map, and we have our parameter map. So the next step that we need to configure here for making this working properly is the policy. So I will create two policies here. The first policy will be for the traffics that are coming inside here. And the second policies will be for the traffic that is going outside here. Right? So this will be the first policy for this class map, and the outbound direction I will implement here SMTP, NTP, and web. Those will be the second policy that I create. Let's go straight forward with the first policy here, this one. Let me just let this way here. Okay. Config terminal. I will say policy map type inspect, and then I need to give the name of this policy. I will give it this name all in policy. This will be the name of my policy. What else here I needed to set? Question mark, and then I need to match this class, this policy with. I need to match this policy with the class map, and then type inspect, and then or class map all in. And then here inside I need to give the inspect. I can exit here. So I will just configure here the I can use here this class default here for drop anything that do not match those protocols, like if they try to telnet example from router. I mean, if they try to use any other protocols here inside the direction, it will be dropped. I will say this here. Class default. Anything that do not match with the protocols that is coming inside here in this direction, like TCP, UDP, and CMP, I will drop. Drop. Right, like that. I can exit now, and our first policy is created. Our first policy is created. Access list, we created our class map, and we also created our parameter, and now we created our policy map. Yes, that's really good. The next stuff that we must apply here are the outbound direction policy. So configure the terminal, policy map, type, inspect. So I will call this outside. I will call this policy outside. What else? I will say here class and then type inspect. So the first is NTP, right? NTP. So I will inspect. Yes, NTP. So exit. So class type inspect SMTP class, and then inspect, right? Exit. And in the web I will set the parameter to inspect. Class type inspect web, and here will be inspect the log web. Exit. Yes, so in the default class I will drop anything that we want to go outside and do not match with those protocols. I will drop that. Class default, so I will drop. Yes, I believe that is this. So let's try to check this again. Access list or class map, or parameter map, and then our policy map. Alright, inside of our we have here two policy to outside. You can see that is inspect, and then we can drop. So and the all inside also is the same, inspect and drop. Really good. So what we need to make now is classifying the zones now. So here we only have two zones, one inside and the other outside, but in other architectures we can have more than other zones, like in this one here, example, 3 zones. Configure the terminal, zone, zone security, zone security what? Zone security inside. and also zone security outside, out. That is the zone that I want to create. So now I can go inside of the interfaces and apply this zone member. Interface gigabit 01. So you will be zone, I believe that is zone member, yeah, zone member security in, yes, in exit, and then I can go in the interface gigabit 02. So I will say zone member security, and then you will be out. Right, really good. So now that we configured the zones, we classified the zones, we need to match that with the zone pair. Configure terminal, and then zone pair. So security, and then this will be in, out. So here will be source in, and then destination will be out. Right, so inside to outside, inside to outside, okay. Inside to outside, inside to here. Here we must use some service policy. This is the this zone pair is one of the most complicated part of setting this configuration, because if you do not specify the correct direction, your configuration will not work properly. It will not work. Your zone-based firewall will be so bad. So I will say here service policy, type inspect, and then we must inspect our policy that we created before. So this one will be this one here, that is outside to inside. So here is coming in, but in our in the logical way, here is coming inside. Alright, that's it. I can exit here. So the next will be zone pair, security, I will call this out in, source will be out, and then destination will be in. Alright, that's it. So here you apply service, policy, service policy type, inspect, and then I will pick up the next policy that I used before, that is outside here. Okay, let's see if the configuration is okay. IP access list. I configured also class map. I configured the parameter. I configured the policy. I configured the zones. And I also configured the show interface gigabit 01. And gigabit 02. Yes, like this. So I can see that they are in the zone member security inside. Alright, so let me just see if this configuration is working. We'll use router 3 and the router 2. Router 1, router 3 and the router 2. So at the router 2 I will make some configuration here. IP, HTTP, security server, and also security port 443. Yes, line VTI 04, transport input all login local. Let me see here if the configuration will work here. Telnet 2.2.2 443. Yeah, it worked, guys. So as you can see here, I am inside. Open. The connection was established. Here I can see my logs saying that it was established. Thank you for watching. I see you all in the next video. Bye bye.